Hello, beautiful people. Just need to clear that real quick. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to be back with you. I changed my sweatshirt so it could feel like a fresh. This morning was just that was that's a memory. It's a distant memory. It's good to see y'all. Hit the like button, share the live. We are gathered here today. We are gathered here today on this day. Happy Euphoria Day. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Shout out to all the members and the subscribers. Shout out to all of the supporters in all of the places. Shout out to everybody who's copping some merch. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. It is the last day of April. Jesus, we made it. And it is the 2nd anniversary of the release of Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria. I've been thinking about this for a couple days. I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks, actually, because I was really trying to decide if I was going to make a scripted video and what else can I say about Euphoria? And I promise you, I chewed on it for a while. Hey, thank you for supporting the goal. I chewed on it for a while, came at it from a couple different angles and realized I wrote that already. I said that already. So once I got through that 45-minute exercise, I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to gather and have a nice little conversation. And we're at the point of talking about legacy. 2 years is nuts. It was 2 years ago today that Kendrick Lamar grabbed my full undivided attention. My full undivided attention. And while many of you were already gathering here, on this platform and watching videos and breaking down lyrics and all that, I was not here, but I was thinking about it. This would mark the day where I started to think to myself, something is happening. This is very different. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's right around that time 2 years ago that I discovered we are deciphered. I believe Skip is going to have a live. I will be off by then. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be having a live as well in a couple hours. It barely feels like a year, but it's been 2. That's what happens when you're surviving, a series of catastrophic and traumatic events. And I'm not just referring to Drake surviving every single diss track that Kendrick dropped, but we survived, a pandemic. Memory can kind of flatten itself down and things start to what is time but a flat circle, What is time but a flat circle? But that was the day. I would have to agree it's probably my favorite diss track. It might be my favorite diss track ever, quite honestly. I'm not sure if I can think of one that I like more. Euphoria is still in my rotation. I still listen to it. I do. I do. I love this. The 80s were only 20 years ago, right? Exactly. Euphoria made me pay money to see Kendrick do it live. I wound up writing several books and thousands of words for a YouTube channel. Yeah. It firmly grabbed my attention at a time where I was very much focused on other things. It grabbed my whole attention. I don't think that we have ever heard anything so eloquently cruel before. Yeah, so viscerally hateful, so elegantly cruel. I really don't think we've ever heard anything like that before. Not Hollow Drake. Not Hollow Boy. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Amazing. Has to be in my top 3 favorite Michael Jackson songs, by the way. He called Drake a degenerate, and that stuck. What is it, the braid? I can attest to this. This is true. This is very true. What is it, the braids? Goes hard in a stadium. I think this is an incredible memory. I'll never forget. I wished my grandma a happy birthday on the phone, then Kenny dropped that thing, and I was like, "Wait, Granny, let me call you right back." I love you, Grandma. I might have to call you back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello, beautiful. Forgive you. No, I think he just fucked up, period. Let's go with that. It's delightfully wicked. It is delightfully wicked. Ah, ah. I think the pop out is still one of the most amazing performances I've ever seen in my life. And Euphoria kicking it off. I really sat in front of the television. Well, actually, I was standing because I couldn't sit down because I couldn't believe it. I really stood in front of the television with my whole mouth hanging all the way open. I couldn't believe it, which seems so funny now compared to everything that happened since the pop out, like the Super Bowl. Um, it is just one of the purest displays of follow through that I think the culture and society at large has ever seen, ever. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? Bet. Hang it in the fucking Louvre. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. That's real competition. You might pop ass with them. No truer words. No truer words. It was a writ of indictment. It really was. It was a writ of indictment against a whole ass man and his persona. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. This is the greatest bars in the history of rap, babe, right there. Oh, what? You don't like that record? I like it. I like it. Back to back, I like that record. Oh, ah. This has honestly never rung more true for me than where we are today because this was not personal to me at the time. You know, it's personal to me now. And I can honestly say that I hate the way that motherfucker walks. I hate the way that he talks. And as our exploration of the zine proved, I can't stand the way that motherfucker dress either. Uh, uh, oh, we're not doing that today. We're not doing which one is no, 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 no. We're not doing that. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're they don't compare to each other. Which one was better? All of them. Which one was better? Euphoria or 616 in LA? Yes. Which one was better? Not Like Us or Meet the Grams? Yes. There is no, like, you may have a preferred listening order, you may have a favorite to, keep spinning from time to time, but they don't compare to each other. These are each battle plans in the execution of war. Each of them is a move, an effective move, one built upon the other. Nah, nah, there's no comparison. Near prophecy from line one. Them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. Drake becoming neutralized quickly. Kendrick, silent and thriving. Man, literally filed a fucking lawsuit like a whole bitch. I ain't one of your little friends. I don't give a fuck who you hang with. There's almost no more appropriate place for them to be than in a driving playlist. Shit. Still to this day. Fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. Come on. Come on. That's right. Both of them. Technical term. Both of them. The songs are in dialogue with one another. I definitely listen to Euphoria more than I listen to Not Like Us. I still listen to Not Like Us. Um, every once in a while, I just listen to all of them, and just I swear to God, I just listen to all of them and just kind of sit there and just like an old ass black woman, just sip my tea and shake my head like, "Oh my fucking God, that really did happen." Every last one of these songs really came out. He really sued. Like, I really wrote 2 books. We're following an appeal. Like, what? Crazy. Crazy. Thank you, beautiful. I did. Maybe he didn't have any. But you know what I mean. I did tell him to file everybody. It's hard for me to consider the people that he has on payroll to be his staff, but they are. I did. I said fire everybody immediately. Immediately. Immediately, and had people telling me, "You don't know how it works. You can't just fire everybody on your team." Oh, if you don't sit down and stop talking to me about what I do, you better get away from me. Oh man, it goes through a couple different switches that really just it's so sonically satisfying. It really, really is. I do still watch reaction videos. I do still watch the pop out. I'm still all my favorite spots of the pop out are still all my favorite spots in the pop out. But the opening of the pop out, like it literally gives me chills. Where I'm just like, I cannot believe this man rented out an arena. I'm watching this on Amazon right now, live with everybody else in the world. And he's gonna spend the next however just dragging somebody. And then his friends are gonna show up, help drag him a little bit more, celebrate a little bit, drag him some more. I truly, 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 truly feel this way. One of the greatest performances I have ever seen. GNX is one of the greatest concert experiences I've ever had. That was surreal. Being in the stadium for diss tracks was surreal. Oh, man. I shudder to think bathed in red, bathed in red light. I was literally flabbergasted, babes. I was genuinely flabbergasted. The TV was turned up to 100. I literally yelled at the top of my lungs several times, Why is he doing this? I can't believe he's doing this. Why is he doing this?" Yeah, yeah, mhm. I was glued to the television. What we got going on? I'm not running anything else. Thank you. I was about to be mad. Thank you very much. SGG says, I don't know that someone who hates rap can really make a good rap album. He can have it made for him, but that's another conversation. Good luck to the slushy boy, I guess. All right. Thank you all. Genuinely. In the hell? Go the fuck? What is happening? Are you hanging from something? Hold on. Something was just consistently in my face despite whatever I did. I was very confused. Where did you come from? Okay. Sorry. I genuinely would. I'd buy that motherfucker on VHS. I'd be like, he's onto something. Let him cook. No, I was very confused. Why you gotta bring up bullshit? Remember that time I cussed out a fly? A couple times. I cussed that fly out. That fucker haunted me. So I have a video that I'm gonna do closer to when Iceman comes out that talks about this. I was gonna put it out this week, and then I was like, "Why would I do that? I need to maximize this and wait a little bit." So, yeah, I'll have something forthcoming on that. FICO the fucking fly. Hello, beautiful. FICO the fly froze to death in the freezer. That's right. That little fucker. God, that fly drove me fucking crazy. He really did. Ah. The flies last year were built different. I ain't gonna hold you, fam. The flies last year were built different. Wow, not a horror movie. I mean, I think it would be interesting to see. I'm surprised somebody hasn't tried to figure out, like, how can we make the beef on Broadway? Like, I just feel like at some point in time, it needs to be immortalized in a different way. You know what I mean? And I can't remember who it was, but somebody who performed at the Pop Out was like, said Kendrick has been PG Lang has been recording everything. Videographers everywhere. I'm like, I swear to God, if we ever get like a PG Lang or Project 3 helmed documentary, y'all are going to have to sedate me for real, for real. I will not be okay. I will not be okay. I would not be okay. I would have to run laps. I would have to run laps with a crown on because what the fuck? What are you talking about? I would feel like the king of the fucking world. Are you kidding me? Act 3 and a documentary. I'm Gucci. I don't need anything else for the rest of my life. I'm straight. Probably win the Cannes Film Festival. A BTS at the pop out or the Super Bowl. Putting together GNX, like I'd take that whole time frame. I'd take that whole time frame. Oh, what a time capsule that would be. Oh God, I hate this lawsuit so much. Yeah, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You really did your big one with Euphoria, sir. I'm bulletproof. I can offer you no greater compliment than yourself. So, and then there's also Beyonce titties. Hit the like button. Wow, Rice Man. I hate that Canadian bitch. Not gonna lie. The lawsuit is really what did it for me. You know, I was not a fan. I was already side eyeing him, but the lawsuit, that was really it for me. And every step along the way in the lawsuit, especially his most recent filing, I was materially pissed off for 2 days. Like in my real life, I was mad. I couldn't believe it. He's a fucking bitch forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, ever. I don't care what he does. He's a bitch forever. It's it's abhorrent. It really is. It really is. Tomato, tomato, tomato. I do not like this motherfucker. And I will not listen to a single solitary motherfucker who's just like, you're just a hater who, motherfucker. I have morals and principles and give a good goddamn about society and the protection of blackness. You're trying to suck a stranger's dick from 3,000 miles away. We are not the same. I'm not talking about this, and I don't give a shit about that woman beater. A different thing on a different level. Yeah. It's really incredible. I think that Euphoria really does have legacy. I think it goes down in the pantheon of the most exceptional rap diss tracks now, and Imma say a solid, you know, 50 years into the future. I do in fact have a crystal ball, and that is how they work. I just This is purely a once in a lifetime, once in a multi-generation, like, rap had to form and morph and form and morph and form and morph and form and morph for 50 fucking years before we got a Euphoria situation. Nah, nah. This is just further proof that there were pre-existing, you know, pre-existing really strong opinions about Drake. And, you know, I started massively behind the curve, right? You all know and understand that by at this point in time anyway, that, for me, unless you're hitting very, carefully curated criteria, um, you're not hitting my news feed. I'm not going and looking for you, and I don't know what's going on. Yes, I know you have a kid. Yes, I know you hid your kid. Yes, I've heard that you a dog. Um, I personally think you're immature. I don't really know your music. I know you have some mainstream bops. I know you have beef with the Grammys. And as I said at the very beginning of this, my beef with Drake was that I noticed how he maneuvered through media. And that is what made me side eye him and any potential issues with his character and behavior the most. And here we are. Here we are 2 years later, and I have spent a significant portion of time analyzing Drake. It's pretty bizarre. I think people get the culture and the industry twisted, and that's the problem. Right? The culture is us, purely us. And we didn't give Drake permission to do shit because we systemically don't have the power traditionally. So when people say things like we should never let him in, we didn't do that. That's not how cultural appropriation works. Cultural appropriation doesn't ask permission. It gets funding, record label, gets the assets and the resources, sets off, and goes and enacts its little conquest in a territory where there are already people, already music, already art. Mhm. And all that deep blacking bullshit talk. He's challenging his black card. He's challenging his Black American card, and he has every right to do that Because guess what? If you're not a Black American, you don't have a Black American card. I don't have a Black Canadian card. I'm not a Black Canadian. And Kendrick just had the nerve to say it out loud. Yeah, the machine is all consuming and the machine is not the culture. The machine is what fully and totally empowered Drake. And when it comes to who the largest consumers of his music are, it's not us. So let's keep things in the proper context and not fucking blame ourselves. Because I know I didn't have shit to do with it. And I am the culture. See, I didn't see all that shit till after the fact. I had to do a lot of studying to catch up on the many ways of Drake. Do not tell that man to have chutzpah. Now that's just me now. You stop that. How you tell that man to have some chutzpah? That's not nice. This is funny. SGG says, what frustrates me is talent was displaced so he could rise. And then he has the nerve to still use bots. It really is fascinating to sit back and just watch. Like, to really like just think of everything that has happened and how far he has fallen, you know? Oh boy, here we go. So yeah, I don't know that I can necessarily. I mean, maybe I've already done it, right? Since this was my struggle the past couple weeks, I don't know that I can necessarily put the legacy of Euphoria into words, but it is special and it is a real marker in our collective historic memory of one of our most important art forms. And it was really revelatory. For real. Pip pip. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Hit the like button. Yeah, I think it's a remarkable track. Um, I think the writing is incredible. I think the execution and production is 10 out of 10. and to watch that domino hit the next one. Like, to witness all of that in real time is just really crazy. I yeah, it's really crazy, and it is crazy that we're still talking about it 2 years later and still marveling still marveling at those moments 2 years later, and I hear Lauryn Hill in my head. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. It's like the decisions that Drake has made since Euphoria are exactly why we are where we are today, why we feel the way that we feel today. Because he wanted to make it difficult. Because he could not just bend the knee and take the L. Preemptive preemptive just, "You know what? You got this round. My bad, never mind. Never mind. I fell and I hit my head. Forget everything that I've said. Imma go be quiet now. Y'all ain't gonna catch me in these streets for about 2 years." Things would be so different today for Drake. They would be so different for him. And if he had come back after 2 years with just good music made by other people, um, and having no reference to that situation, it could all be so simple. But this nigga hard-headed. There are a lot of people that said this, but yes, LL was one of them. Just move on. The only thing you need to do now is go make good music. And the fact that he can't do that, I swear to God, it is Celie in The Color Purple, and Drake is Danny Glover. Drake is Mista. His crop's done got the rot, soil drained of all its nutrients. Now you can't turn a good crop. But somebody said during a live recently that they said, "I know Tupac's ring is just spinning in whatever drawer he's got it in." Yeah. I really feel like that's accurate. Thank you, D2B2, for the $10 contribution. Aubrey should have used these past 2 years to keep his head down while searching for great ghostwriters to use to help him get back in the game. Yeah. We should have not heard or seen not hide nor hair of that man, let alone abs, let alone bread rolls. We should not have seen so many pictures of bread rolls. He's bound. He really is. He's really bound. And you can do that to yourself. You really can. Why is he collecting hip hop horcruxes anyway? You can't buy authenticity. Yes, it really did. You decided to fuck with somebody who, reads The Art of War for fun and, aligns his chakras with the cycle of the moon. What the fuck is the matter with you? It's just coming and going. This was a bad idea. Down in Dixie says, as a man, I've learned the biggest lessons in my life after taking an L. Facts. Facts. You also become discerning, right? You assess risk differently and you will preemptively move yourself out of the way of an L when you're like, oh no, I fucked this up. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like, don't let somebody, for whatever reason, become irrationally angry at me in a public place. Beloved, what does it matter? Do I need to buy you a drink? What happened? No, 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 no. We're not going down that path. We're not going about down the path of you being angry and yelling at me. And no, 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 no. We're not doing that. No, 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 no. I'm not going to jail tonight. Neither are you. And it takes nothing away from your ego. It's not embarrassing either. I will. I'm sorry. I was wrong. All of those things. That's my bad, dog. Let me get that for you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, preemptively. I know when to stand my ground and when to fold. I'm not ashamed of that at all because I will happily fold to avoid a bigger L. The fuck do I look like? I'm a grown ass woman, dog. I don't think I'm ever gonna not like it. This is for goddamn sure. It's still in my rotation 2 years later. That song is like it's a part of my mood board, right? It's a part of my mood board. A couple Kenny songs are a part of my mood board, but it's become like, yeah, it satisfies itches, all the yes. Wow. Good to see you, beautiful. I think this is a little bit more complicated, right? I think this is a little bit more complicated because at the time, I wasn't upset by it at all, because I was like, "This is the smart thing to do is get the fuck out the way." But it's also in the events after, kind of during and after the beef, and then, basically culminating in Port Antonio, and now the bullshit that he's got on, the fucking Fall Asleep double album. He revealed himself to be a fraud. Like the cracking and the shattering, actually. J. Cole shattered his own persona. Really incredible. Really, really, really incredible. Um, and people can't unsee what they saw. And that was really shocking to people. Like, wait a minute, let me find out. Call a whole ass poser? Yeah, that's why he can't fucking formulate goddamn sentences. Half white messiah, have an ass. I mean, I never listened to him to begin with, so we know I've had a whole education where that is you all have been privy to and witness to my entire J. Cole evolution, so there we go. I went from describing him as somebody who, I think one of the first things I said about him was over on We Are Deciphered, where I said, "He reminds me of that dude that you met while they were in prison, who sends you letters with, like, the most gorgeous penmanship that you've ever seen in your life and writes you beautiful poems and things like that, and then they get out and you meet them and you're like, one of these things doesn't match the other. You're not really like that. You're not really like that. Oh, he's got a little bit of complex about his white mama situation, and now he's in the same boat with Drake. I don't like that motherfucker. I think he's manipulative. I think he is kind of a weasel. Let me take it back to the '80s. Let me give you an '80s insult. I think he's kind of a weasel. I really do. Yeah, and it is all because of everything that has happened in the last 2 years, but yeah, I think Cole is kind of a weasel. You little weasel. Yeah. So there we go. I'm not alone. N
High five. I'm bulletproof.
I can't breathe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jay Bull? Y y uh Jay Bull is incredible. Oh, bitch boy. Just a little bitch boy. But yeah, so, I mean, arguably, Euphoria is where the party really started to die. You wanna talk about a shot heard around the world. That was a shot heard around the world. And all these little bitch ass niggas crying over, "They broke him. They broke our favorite toy." Um, I think they started sweating the moment Euphoria dropped. I think it was a "Oh, shit" moment, gulp, fuck, for a couple people who still crying about it today. Imma have to make a J Bull sticker. Oh my gosh. Slytherin Dragon, love that name, says, "Javel is henceforth his government name as far as I'm concerned." Yeah, a vole is a weasel, for those of you who don't know. You think it was the beginning of the end of hip hop discourse. You wanna You wanna pop on here and explain yourself? Or do you feel like you can handle it in the chat? Because I super fucking wanna know what it is that you mean by that. I'm jealous. You're in pajamas. Okay. All right. If you mean by desperately huddled together, crying in the cum stain room, you are correct. They are united. I think technically they're like stuck together. You're welcome, beautiful. I mean, I literally had to break down stupid as a strategy. I have to in a very serious way too. Basically, once this beef ended, it seemed like the conversation has since been suffocated by outsiders, and even insiders play into it. Hmm. Interesting. For a lot of people, hip hop doesn't exist outside of 3 people. Yeah, true. You should. You should listen to it right now. Oh god. There are so many things that I remember about the last 2 years. Yeah, I remember when he cut his hair off and then miraculously came back with braids and everybody was undone across the whole internet. Jesus, that man, that man. Oh, I hate this, and, I promptly got kicked out of certain YouTube circles because when people, the, "Who's your top 5? Who's your top 5?" And I'm like, "I think this is a stupid, also misogynistic conversation, I don't really like it." And then you look around and you're surrounded by men and they're just crickets blinking at you because that's central to their conversation. I don't give a shit. I really don't. And yeah, I think those kinds of things like, who's the big 3? Who the fuck decided there needed to be a big 3? This is why we've got, outlets that have no business having a, 25 greatest double rap albums of all time list have such a list. And this is why I'm, constantly reminding folks like, I don't give a fuck what white people have to say about hip hop, our culture, our people, nothing. I don't care if it's your favorite fucking podcast. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you think they're super fucking insightful. I don't care. Did you feel the shift in the room? Yeah. Yeah, apparently that was used to justify a whole bunch of behind the scenes hateration, not much long after, once it became super convenient. It's just so fucking stupid that because you don't wanna participate in a conversation like that, or you don't wanna quantify artistic skill set like that, people say you're not legit when it comes to talking about hip hop or the culture. Fuck you. You coddle and center white people who have no business talking about us. How about that? Fucking weasels. And, that's what Delulus do. That's what Delulus do. And it's so funny to watch them think that they get validate that it's funny to watch them think that numbers are the purest form of validation. If they were the purest form of validation, why is your boy running around fucking thirsting after what the next man has or trying to tear it down? Because he's not the caliber of man who can establish that in his own life. So he wants to tear it down for other people. Why you gotta be mean to people? Like, that's a choice. Being an asshole is a fucking choice. Longevity, respect, love, you know? Like, I feel like if my life had a soundtrack, DNA would be the cornerstone song on the contract, on the, soundtrack. For so many reasons in my real life, that song means so much to me. And it's like nourishment when I hear it. It feels like fruit. I've never had that experience with a Drake song. That's all I can say. Me too. That's fucking annoying. I do too. Yeah. And again, these are just silly things that people make up. And then people try and make a whole fucking institution out of it. And it's just like, this is absurd. And then they want to hang their hat on what their take is, how finely they have, refined it down to spit it out as quickly as possible or whatever, argue it down or defend it or use it to attack somebody else. I do not give a fuck. Well, rap is a competitive sport. It's always been a competitive sport. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. You're talking about a subset of rap called battle rap. Rap is the messenger of the people. So I'm right. You're wrong. For real, for real. Well, that's nasty. I mean, unless that's your thing. So, yeah, I just I'm fine with the mainstream conventions and how the conversation is had, how the comparisons are made. I'm perfectly fine with that being broken or dying or whatever, imploding. I'm perfectly fine with that. If not for any other reason then it's always sexist. And none of these men are ever making a concerted effort to keep women at the forefront of the conversation of rap, and so as far as I'm concerned, none of them actually gives a fuck about it. Period. Especially when they start getting into, you know, their favorite rappers of all time in their whole life or whoever they think is the most influential rapper of all time, and they never include a woman. You're a fucking joke. That's really fucking pathetic. But people go to you to be the expert voice? Yeah, that's rigged. That's rigged. And that's why he should have left at that point in time, because it should have been over. You ain't got to say another word. If say less were a reaction to a song, say less. You ain't got to tell me twice. I am going to have that ring flown directly to you. Period. That is I can promise you there are at least two things I would have told Drake to do. Number one, you need to fire a bunch of people, pull your shit together, be prepared to bounce for at least 18 months. Number two, you need to transmit the ring in the next 48 hours. That ring needs to be in the possession of Kendrick Lamar. Period. Put it on a plane. No fucking way. That's how you, what did he say he wanted to do?
I study rap battles for a living.
Oh, that's right. Bow out gracefully when the time comes. That was the time. That was the time. They'll go Lauryn Hill or they'll go Queen Latifah. Lauryn Hill, fine, super lazy. Queen Latifah, you could be legit, but it's also a super safe answer. Hard to know, hard to say. He did. He did buy a fake death row chain. Kiki said, I think he exists exclusively to be a mockery. Yeah, because that was terrible. MC Light. I was so to see MC Light and Queen Latifah going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I got nothing. Sister Soldier, Lil Kim. do some work, you know? Missy Elliott, I was happy to see her on that list of 30 top American songwriters. I was like, okay, okay. You could have put another woman on here instead of Young Thug, but okay. Missy, yes. Missy, yes. Eve, yes. I was just thinking about Eve the other day. Yeah. I've got a large, like, storage bin container under the stairs somewhere that is full of physical media. And I was looking for something over the weekend and I went online to see if it was streaming anywhere and it wasn't. And I was like, I'm going to have to dig that thing out underneath the stairs because I know I've got it in there. But anyway, yeah, Eve definitely made a mark for sure. I had no idea about that. Well, let's move away from that. Disgusted and frustrated by that. Girl, nobody understands why Young Thug was on that list. It's in the eye of the beholder, you know? Best American songwriter is in the eye of the beholder. I was just glad they didn't do some shit like put Drake and Kendrick next to each other. I would have screamed murder because that's some dumb shit. Don't be a bitch. Make your choice, stand on it, and move on. Choose your fucking fighter. I get it. Yeah. Are you dizzy? I'm feeling froggish, and we can leap up in this motherfucker if that's what we need to do. Today ain't the day. I don't fucking know. If you don't have your safety harness on when you step onto this motherfucker, you might be in danger, babes. You might be in danger. I just again, I know what I look like. I look like I'm the one to play with. Baby, that ain't true. That ain't true. Get that full PPE going. I know that's right. It's good to see you, beautiful. Yeah. I genuinely pray to all the gods and goddesses. All of them. All of them. I don't want to be talking about this shit in a year. I really do not want to be talking about a lawsuit a year from now. Like, this should all be a memory. That's where I'm at with it right now. Is like all of it should be encapsulated in a memory in the past. There's no aspect of this that should still be actively living, happening evolving today. We should just, be able to sit back with a nice glass of whatever, roll a tree, and, spin some tunes. Let take that, youngins. Spin some tunes, like grandpa would put on the jazz records. We just spin the block on Kenny's diss tracks. Just sit back real quiet, like, yeah. We can't even bury the fucking time capsule because somebody on the fucking committee filed a whole ass fucking lawsuit because they don't like what's in the time capsule. Ugh. This is fucking absurd and stupid, and no. And that's not directed at you. That's directed at people who come up with theories that have no basis in anything. At least root it in something. For fuck's sake. Sorry. So irritated. He's so stupid. Look at his stupid face. Look at his stupid, puffy face. Poorly plucked and then filled in eyebrows. Oh, God. I'm about to have a fucking meltdown. I need an intervention. Give me a second. Okay, I feel a little better now. He's he's extremely puffy. You so stupid. Kendrick is dropping Fireman and Cole is dropping Earthman. Oh my God, I cannot stand you. That's genius. Probably a couple things. I don't know if you want to get clinical about it. Mind your business. HIPAA applies here. Thank you very much. Trying to be impressive. Stupid Botox, nose job, facial hair implanted, hair plugged hairline face. It's stupid. That's some milk of magnesium. Oh my gosh, thank you, beautiful. Happy Euphoria Day. Can always count on ABSA for some good cackles for the docket fund. Thank you, beautiful. Not dentist dentures. Not dentist dentures. That is so wrong. He looks like someone who drinks a lot. 40 is not that old for him to be rotting. I'm 48. This picture is horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. What is it? The spritzers? Just looking like he drinks 40 ounces straight out the bottle. Nasty. I ain't got no problem with a man having his nails done at all. Not one single problem. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Not one problem. I don't have not one problem. Not one problem at all. No. Nah, babes. I'm gonna be 49 years old this year. I'll never forget Bobblegate. Remember that? I will never forget Bobblegate. Curtis King had me wheezing, laughing, imitating the bobbles. I was too fucking through. Thank you, beautiful, for the goal. I love your little giggle when you're clowning on Drake. Thank you. The click clacking. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was incredible. Yeah. Hey, hey. That was amazing. That was really amazing. Yeah. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you. You ain't right for that. You ain't right. You ain't right for that. Yeah, I really thought that, I mean, technically the week isn't over, but I was thinking to myself, it would not have surprised me if Drake had dropped a single today because it is the 2-year anniversary of Euphoria. So, y'all think he's gonna drop this weekend still? You think tomorrow or Saturday he's gonna drop? Sunday seems kinda dumb. I guess it could happen. I love how concise you are. No. Okay. Got it. Maybe I should go buy a ticket. Hey, what? Yeah, it could happen later on tonight. It really could. Oh my god, not a zine volume 2. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly gonna be, keeping the antics going at a pace between now and the album. Yeah, you are asking the wrong person. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I'm not crazy. You have not had your photo in your profile before. I'm not crazy. Just to draw all the attention to the fact that it's there now. Well, you're gorgeous, beautiful. 69 more pictures from Finsta. Oh, yeah, that's right. Kiki said, I think he's out of vague vintage images. Y'all aren't sitting there just watching the countdown on the clock of the website? Is something supposed to happen on the website when the countdown ends? Do we know? Do we care? We don't care. But do we know? It's horrible. It's horrible. I used the text generator and then downloaded the image. That shit was massive. I was like, well, this is stupid. Oh, God. Well, well, well. If it isn't trouble, come back around. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. Don't play. Don't play. We could see you. It's all recorded. Yeah. 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 You missed us just happily reminiscing on and marveling at Euphoria, and then also clowning the little slushy boy. Not much. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. I've been getting some angry comments from those little Drake guzzlers in the little angry Twitter club. My goodness gracious almighty. Since yesterday's live where I, exposed their name and location, my goodness gracious, they've tried to leave hostile little comments on this channel unsuccessfully. Imagine that. They'd be so sensitive. You call out Jizz Club members one time in a live, and they get real sensitive. Like, how y'all even know I was talking about you if you weren't watching it on Twitter? How'd you know? Right, 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 right. Shut the fuck up. Go bother your mama. Valid. No, we're not going to give him that much focus. It's Euphoria Day. We're going to stay euphoric. See? Stupid. She's just stupid. Just stupid. I've heard that a couple people have, said some things or what is it? subtweeted or whatever about it, and some of these people are just fucking delusional. Just delusional. Gross. They really are. They really are. That's the other thing that, there's been 2 comments basically coming, the Venn diagram is a circle kinda situation. It's been people upset about this, and then it's been, people who wanna talk about who Megan was fucking before she got with Clay, and what does that have to do with who Clay started fucking when he was with Meg? Not a fucking thing. It has nothing to do with it. You motherfucking people are fucking pathetic. You really are. Talk about the children left behind. You need to be fucking institutionalized. You're definitely too fucking stupid to vote. Should not be allowed. Then I saw some little Pop-Tart on the internet, and I could be wrong. Maybe she's not a Pop-Tart, but I'm gonna judge the book by the cover at this point. I saw some little Pop-Tart on the internet talking about, "I'm getting death threats over their breakup. One of them needs to say something." Why do people even know who you are? Beloved, why? Rhetorical question. How about you go inside and shut the fuck up? Stop insinuating shit on social media. They think I'm the girl. They think it's me. Really? I wonder why they think that. The fuck if I know what her name is. Somebody needs to say something. I was just like, oh, you dumb, dumb, dumb little girl. That's not how it works. You say something. You stand on that shit. You move the fuck on. Somebody else needs to exonerate me. Oh, this is some Real Housewives bullshit right here. Don't like it. Hiss, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. I don't want to know who you're fucking. I don't want to know who you were fucking. Keep your poom poom behind closed doors. So if they did know her, would the death threats be a little bit more acceptable? I'm poking fun. I'm poking fun at your comment. Death threats are never okay. Especially when those people don't know you. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm assuming giving this the most generous read possible, you're referring to like your character, your history, what you did or didn't actually do. I believe that's what you meant, but the reading of it, hysterically funny unintentionally. Now, if it's your mama, on the other hand, and she knows how dirty your ass is, well, then it's fair game. Hey, 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 I'm poking fun. Let me have my fun. If I can't have my fun and you don't feel like having fun, yes, it is a stupid situation all the way around. So I said, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. These people, their friends, their circle, whoever, who live their life to perform it on the internet, bring these problems upon themselves. Her friend leaked it. Well, that's a fucked up friend. Tighten up. Batten down the hatches. That's not your friend, beloved. That's not your friend. I've had falling outs with friends. They would never do me dirty, and I would never do them dirty. You mean the red pill nigga side? Because that's the side that's coming at me in my comment section. To tell me that they think Megan is a whore, and therefore it doesn't matter what Clay or any other man does, because she was already a whore. So it doesn't matter what he did. Yet you're too fucking stupid to vote. There ought to be a fucking law. Threaten me and become a stranger. Don't just be a stranger threatening me. Yes. Oh, God. Neck bearded basketball stand saying, you thought he'd wife a hoe? Exactly. That's almost verbatim some of the comments that I have gotten. And you can't find them on this channel because every comment on this channel is moderated. And that's why. Because no, not all engagement is good engagement. And you can take that horse shit somewhere else. Go fuck yourself while you're at it. I hope Megan fucks your dad. That's great. We've already had the conversation about cheating and death threats. I've cheated and decided to kill somebody before. So there we go. Well, this seems to be a point of contention for you. So since you don't care for any of these motherfuckers or hearing about it in general, but guess who made it public in the first place? I guess go ahead and just get it off. Will it make you feel better? Baby, ain't nobody here for your bullshit moral superiority, okay? Take that shit somewhere else. It's exhausting. I'm not here for your morality policing and all that shit. Take that shit somewhere else. Have a great fucking day, particularly the one you fucking deserve. For future reference, shut the fuck up. People want to act obtuse. No, you're just not the center of this fucking universe. I'm not obligated to center you, your feelings, what you want to talk about, what you're sick of, this, that, or that. I'm not required to center that for shit. Furry, hit me with a in space, nobody can hear you. Fill in the blank. I know you've got one. I know you can come up with one. Shit. That was so stupid. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? I can't stand a cheater and I can't stand a motherfucker. Somebody who would threaten somebody's life. I mean, I did not threaten them. I just decided that I was going to kill them. Also, I've cheated before, so why are you here? Why are you here listening to somebody who was 1000% down to commit a homicide? And why are you here listening to somebody who just went into great detail the other night about how she cheated? Why are you here? Rhetorical question, because you're not. I had somebody try and leave a message on the channel on that live where I talked about cheating. Mind you, so I went back and I thought, because I told you all I was, probably barely 21 when this happened. So I was 19. I had to go back through some records and triangulate my age. I was 19 when I cheated on my then boyfriend with a older married man who was in a position of authority at my job. I'm 48. Never even had the desire to cheat again. Never. Not even the thought. But there've been a couple men who have tried to leave comments on that video to tell me that I'm a wasted woman. And they would never, ever, ever date me because I'm a cheater. I was 19. I'm 48. I'm a cheater. And they would never lower themselves to be with a cheater. First of all, I'm never going to fuck you or suck your dick. So you're going to have to keep that fantasy to yourself, okay? Or let it go. Second of all, what the fuck are you talking about? One of them was like, I bet you have cheated. I bet you have cheated since. Okay. Sure, dog. What the fuck ever. Delete. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't give a fuck how you rank me. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a high valued woman, if you think I wear a scarlet letter, if you think I should be branded. I don't give a fuck what you think. Your dick is not a blessing to me. I'm not running around in the world like, oh God. I need Carl's dick. But I ruined that opportunity for myself because I cheated how many years ago? Math is not my ministry. So that one their rationale was once a cheat, always a cheater. Like, listen, this is not the place to work out your inner child issues about your parents, whatever if the fuck happened. I don't know who was constantly cheating on who. That doesn't have shit to do with me. And for you to try and wag a morality finger and tell me that I'm bad forever, like I'm rotten fruit, fuck you. I'm not trying to pass your purity test. I have fucked and sucked dick. I've also fucked and been fucked by women. If you don't want to fuck me with that knowledge, guess what? We see eye to eye. It's always the men who never had a chance in the first place. Unbelievable. The ego, the misogyny. I would never sleep with you because no, you would never sleep with me. Period. Because I would never let you within 1,000 yards of me. Probably. No offense to the Carls of the chat, but that's not a moanable name. It's up there with Leroy, Rufus, and Clyde. Oh, baby, I'll rename you. I will rename you. Your name will cease to be what your name is. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for the $20 contribution. I will not let people shame me for being a sexualized woman. First of all, I'm not going to let people shame me for cheating on my boyfriend when I was 19 years old. And I'm not going to let people shame me for being a sexualized woman. And I'm not going to let people shame me for being a discernible woman and telling some men to shut the fuck up and get their slimy, nasty, dirty, fucking diseased fingers away from me. You could quite literally never. You don't know how to make a woman orgasm. You're having trouble jerking yourself off every Thursday night. So leave me the fuck alone. I don't have that problem. No toes curl into Carl. How the fuck did we even get on this conversation? We're supposed to be talking about. Well, I guess we are talking about Euphoria, aren't we? But bump. Doomer said, "What happened?" Hit the like button. Oh, we started talking about Megan. It just rolled from there. We started talking about the woes of being a hot girl. The woes of being a hot girl is the misogynistic motherfuckers. No tears running down thighs for Carl. You ain't never motherfucking lie. Mm-mm. You know? Not the frozen shoulder. That's just, again, that's unsafe. This is unsafe now. You lay down, I'll get on top. Frozen shoulder? Uh-uh. Nah. Mm-mm. You are so stupid. What if Carl got a really good tongue game? Carl can have all the game in the world. That's not the problem. There's actually no problem whatsoever. It's just distinctly possible that I might rename you in the course of our relationship. Remember, I'm almost 50. Okay. So, and as I said the other night, when it comes to men, I've almost exclusively dated men that are older than me. Not like a massive jump older than me, but nevertheless, still older than me, right? They're in their 50s. So the name game is different. Back then, okay, the name game is a little bit different. And I had a long-term relationship with somebody where I renamed them. They did not have a problem with it. They did not have a problem with it because they discovered they had been renamed in the middle of an orgasm. And that was their name for a very, very long time. Like it was so if I ever said their government name, they would get alarmed. That's how normalized it was that was no longer their name. That when I said their government name, they'd be like, fuck, what? I'm like, oh, nothing. I was just trying to get your attention. You were spaced out. Pet names are essential. Pet names are essential, to be honest. And, I've had my fair share of committed relationships. There's only been two where I have been nicknamed. There have been people that tried before, and the first time it came out of their mouth, I was just like, veto, no, don't try that again. I remember the first time I got nicknamed, I was like, what did he just say? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? And I literally was like, and he kind of chuckled at me. And I was literally like, you could see me sitting there trying to figure out how I felt about it. And I couldn't formulate anything quick enough. So I just kind of had to move on with it. And it wasn't constant, but it was, he knew how to, yeah, yeah. And then the other one was the person that I renamed. Yes. Yes, he nicknamed me to a common food item. You'll never guess it. We're going to leave it at that. Otis is definitely on the fucking list. Let that be a goal. Let that be a goal for you. 20 minutes of food guesses. Dude, let's just all stop ourselves here. You're so stupid. Mac, pancakes. You people are insane. Oh gosh. Y'all are funny. Yams. Let me guess. Agave nectar. No. You know what you're doing is telling on yourselves. Pumpkin is cute. No. I wish a motherfucker would call me pumpkin. I would fall out laughing. I would fall out laughing so hard. You're like, what did you say? Pumpkin. No, say it again. Say it again. Say it the way you said it. I want to hear you say it again the way you said it. You ain't never lie. She never will. No. Flapjacks is rude. You saying I got flappy titties? No. Biscuit? No, it's definitely not biscuit. I be out here calling motherfuckers biscuit heads. What do I look like being called biscuit? Apricot, plum. You guys are fucking killing me. Ah, as a vegan, I call my girl agave instead of honey. That's really sweet. Sweetie pie. No. I don't know. I don't know. Lucky Charms is hilarious. No, it's not honey buns. Oh gosh. You really took me all the way out so fast. Chicken wing. You're stupid. Pudding? No, it's not pudding. That's cute though. Mango? Twinkie? That's too close to twink. No. Not mango. Captain Crunch is crazy. Captain Crunch is kind of scary. No. I know. People just people just in the kitchen right now with their phone like, what's the most random shit I got in here? Oh, that's funny. Jelly, cuz it ain't jam. That's funny. Ah, I'm now realizing how many men see fruit as sexual. Lumpia is crazy. I mean, it could be ribs at this point in time. I really like this. I really like this, but no, that's not it. Hot sauce, funny. Nope, that's not it. You guys are so sweet. Nutella is adorable. No, this was not an invitation for you to start guessing shit. Oh man. Oh gosh. Cheesecake is funny. That's cute. No. I thought it was a vegetable. I mean, hey, you know, could be tofu. It's not. It's not tuna bagel. That's crazy. Gotta be something spicy. You're not gonna trick me into giving you hints. I'm not gonna do that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Gummy bear. That's interesting. Key lime is funny. No. This is crazy. Scotch bonnet? It's crazy. Is it a solid food or a liquid? I told you I'm not gonna give you any hints. We're not even supposed to be guessing this right now. That was an offhanded comment. We were supposed to move on to something else. Etouffee is stupid. I wouldn't even be upset. No. Baby carrot. Ah, so funny, so funny. Is it a solid food or a liquid is sending me? Maybe it's something healthy. Carolina Reaper is good. Carolina Reaper is good. Hot cocoa. Jollof. I'm officially deceased. What ethnicity was the man? I am not going to. No, I'm not. Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Fried rice is stupid. Cinnamon is hilarious. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Was it a man? Was it a woman? Was it chai? That's a good guess. Pepper soup is extremely specific. No. Pita bread. Coffee? Devil's food cake is crazy. That's too long. That's too long. You know? Curry chicken is ridiculous. Grits is hilarious. Sweet pea is funny. That's funny. No, it's not sweet. You guys are silly. Duncan Hines is hilarious. Non? No, it's not caramel. It's not ice cream. That's not cute. Mashed potatoes, obviously nuggets. Grits is funny as hell, especially since I'm like addicted to grits. I eat grits all the time. All the time. If somebody guessed it, would you say it? I probably would not say it because it's still something that I would say is probably sacred to me, and I don't want people to play with it like that. Like, playing with it the way we're playing with it now, where it's really kinda general, I would be perfectly fine with that. But with the nickname specifically, no. I think it's a little too, and I don't mean this in a graphic way, but it's too intimate to be played with like that. So so yeah, but that was quite a laugh. You all had me fucked up. Corey's like, "Okay, so we can eliminate that half of the list. Got it." I mean, he was bilingual. Linguistically talented tongue. Just saying. Oh, you don't need to apologize. This is hilarious. This is genuinely hilarious. Then also, yes, I am hungry. So you're saying there's a chance. Uh, y'all are sweet. How do I like my grits? I'm a savory grits person, period. I'm a savory grits person. Recently, um, I've been having grits with curry. Yeah. A nice flavorful grit, not spicy, but the curry is has a real kick to it. So it's a nice, like, balancer of the make your eyes water spice. Yeah, but I will eat grits with anything, basically. You grits are very versatile, actually. IMO. Grits and curry is incredible. It's trust me, it's really good. Grits and a really good chili is also really good. Like a chili that has a good amount of like an oil into it. Um and I know we've got like vegetarians and vegans and things like that, but I like a spicy dish and then something that is flavorful but not spicy, that has kind of a little bit of a more mild feel to it. So, yeah, I'll make like a spicy um Brussels sprout. I'm addicted to Brussels sprouts. Love Brussels sprouts, but I'll like half fry slash bake up some spicy, partially chopped um Brussels sprouts and put them over some cheesy grits. You can't tell me shit. Slaps every single time. Every single time. That would be hilarious Empanada would be really funny. I feel like at one point in time, he and I did have a joking conversation about somebody who was called Empanada. That just triggered something for me. Yes, for the sweet, it's cream of wheat for me. Grits has always been uh, a savory or cheesy. And sweet grits just I have no appeal to me. I'm obsessed with Brussels sprouts. I've been obsessed with Brussels sprouts since I was a kid. That's another thing that I eat probably at least once a week. I think the things that I eat the most are Brussels sprouts, grits, salmon, and curry. That's been real heavy in rotation lately for me. The answer is yes. I stay with salmon. Stay with salmon. There's always salmon in my refrigerator. Always salmon in my refrigerator. So, how do you want it? You want me to make you a salmon dip? I can do that. You want salmon and macaroni and cheese? I can do that too. You want salmon and veggies? We can do that. You want salmon patties? We can do that. I'll make it whatever way you want it, babes. Yeah, my grandpa's recipe. But I also loved smoked salmon. It lasts forever. It's really good and you can put it in anything. Hilarious. Yeah, this is where I feel really lucky. I really do feel really lucky. Our produce game and our fish game is pretty fucking tight. Hell, we still have a couple beef cattle ranches around these ways too. So very, very lucky in that way. I could not imagine being landlocked and not being able to get like fresh fish on a regular basis. I know I'm incredibly fortunate that I can. For Anomaly says, I'm working in Seattle this weekend. I'm getting sushi like every day. Yeah, that's the thing to do. Sushi and the Korean barbecue. It's ridiculous. Seattle is a wonderful food spot. It really is. You can find something if you're broke. You can find something if you've got a little bit of money to spend, and you're guaranteed to be happy with the food that went into your mouth. Now y'all got me hungry and thinking about what am I gonna eat tonight? What am I going to have tonight? I wish I had some liquor. I'm thinking about those old fashions I had last weekend. Whenever. Those were delicious. Those were so fucking good. Anybody else start rummaging through their pantry for snacks? Yeah, for real, for real. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I'll have maybe I'll have curry and grits. The other thing is that, it's something that's pretty quick. Like I'll make a thing of curry at the beginning of the week and just eat it whenever throughout the week. And sometimes I don't even put like I'll make it with chicken. Um and sometimes I'll just fix some grits and just take some of the sauce. I don't even need the chicken. Just give me some sauce some grits, and if I'm just, like, a little bit hungry and I need something to tide me over, that'll do it. That'll do it every time, and it's just so fucking good. Oh, man, what is this? What is this? It sounds amazing. Oh, I've already made it clear. I'm a I'm not a I'm not a sugar grits person. I like either a plain grit with a little bit of butter or a seasoned grit or cheesy grit. That's my go-to. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I don't think it's something to, try and revoke people's black cards over to each their own, right? Like the other thing that I think is really important is that these are foods that are staples of survival, right? And so whoever decided that they were going to put sugar in grits to give the kids a sweet treat, I don't begrudge them for that. That's a part of our lineage, our ancestry, and our history. So I think it's when we keep it light and, savory versus sweet, that's totally fine. But when people try and act like it matters, that's when I have a problem with the debate because it's all poverty food. And if our grandparents or our great grandparents were able to make dessert out of what they also made dinner with, my hat's off to them for that. Oh. It's like a Filipino pastry that's like a soft breadstick filled with butter and brown sugar. Interesting. Interesting. I'm fascinated with dessert kind of breads anyway because it's like fry bread is a classic example of something that you can be using to make your dinner meal, but then you also can use it to make a sweet treat. So that's why I asked you what it was. And Filipino foods are a I don't like fusion foods, but that's what they are. Just by, you know, yeah. Filipino foods really are fusion in so many different ways. And see, I don't begrudge people that don't like something either. Like period. Like people who are like, I don't like grits, I think they're nasty, or I don't like the texture. Like there are people who are very sensitive to texture. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't think it means anything other than that's what your preference is. I don't think you're betraying the ancestors, okay? Yeah. So, you take care, beautiful. Well, this was incredible. This was a roller coaster ride of a life. We made the goal. We had fun. We hit at least one airlock. There were no traumatizing tatas, if I recall correctly. Hopefully the like ratio is good. I'm gonna trust that it is. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, making me laugh. I hope you got to laugh as well. I believe Skip is gonna be live, momentarily. So if you're gonna be hanging out, spend some time over there supporting the cousins as well. And I will, you know, I'll see you soonish. We'll just see, we'll see what happens over the next couple days, beloved. It's been a fucking week. There are parts of me that feel like I've been dragged to hell and back. Okay. But you all are always a bright spot and a comfort and a joy to be with. So I appreciate you all, and I will see you all very soon. Be good. Peace.